Good morning. How are we? Happy Sunday. If you're up at this time, give me a hello. If you're on a replay and you enjoyed your line, give me a hello in the comments as well. So, really interesting one today, as I hope all of them are actually really interesting. But this one does interest me a lot, and I think there's a lot of ways I can go on here. So, what I'm getting at with this one is, so in this situation, she started around a month ago, and she said, I'm a bit worried that I'm finding it a little bit easy, as in what she's done before has made her really, I'd say, suffer, like the sacrifice was there. However, in the past, morning Rachel, in the past, she would have often given up because she'd have started to resent it, maybe resented that someone else was telling you what to do, or there was a meal plan there and it said, don't do this, don't do that. You're allowed to do that, but not after 6 p.m. You're allowed to eat carbs, but not if it's raining. Or if you haven't exercised, you can't eat that. All these morning Vicky, all these really controversial rules, which when they're set in stone, almost police us a little bit. And we don't like being policed, roughly, it might work for a little bit, real strict, and that's fine. But as long as you know that in 2 weeks in or so, most people will start to go, I'm not doing that anymore. No, sod that, screw you, man. And people have said that to me as well. But what's really interesting about this is the moment she starts to step it up a bit more. Now, she is losing weight steadily. And the interesting part of this is she lost around 3 pounds in a month. And 4 pounds in a month is about £1 a week. And it was really interesting because when you look at that, a lot of people say, I've lost 10 pounds in a week before, Matt, and I've only lost 4 pounds. Have you done measurements? Yeah, I've lost some inches from my waist and hips. Cool. Okay, if you'd have lost those 2 inches from your waist every month for the next 12 months, doing what you find is quite easy, you probably wouldn't even exist anymore. You'll be wasteless, essentially. And when I put it like that, it was a bit like, yeah, actually, morning Tracy, if you times how much you've lost this month by 12 months and you're finding it quite easy, that is a really great position to be in, rather than I've lost 10 pounds, but that was the worst thing in my entire life, and I cannot wait till next week when this ends and I can just eat everything I want and not do it anymore. I would rather you come back, and this is a big thing about the sessions as well, and I had a chat with one of those yesterday morning. She was like, I'm loving the 30-minute sessions, get done, rather than doing like an hour and being beaten up for the whole week and maybe not even coming back. I'm just loving coming in and out, still feeling like I've got energy for my day and actually creating energy, because everything's like a bell curve, right? It's like a bell curve with exercise, with nutrition. More is good until it's not. More is good until it's not. And that is an important thing to remember with all of this. And I know for me, if I were to really try and make like these videos, for example, ultra polished, I had to get the lighting right. It had to be like really perfect. Every word had to be set out in stone. I wouldn't go off on tangents. I'd never even start doing one. I've done one a day for God knows how long now. I don't think I've missed one. I don't know, it's years now. Yeah, so my point in this is if I were to do that, I would feel pressure on myself all of a sudden. And then it would be a big thing, and then I wouldn't get it done. A bit like I'm recording an audiobook, I'm going to be. And I was going to do it sooner, but opening up again, everything going on. And I'm just going to kind of just go and do it. I've got notes and stuff. I'm not going to polish the notes. I'm just going to straight in go and do it when I do it. Because the moment I overthink it, the moment, I won't be happy with it either way. I'm pretty much guaranteed, I like perfectly happy. But there might be something in there that helps someone who I wouldn't have helped before had I not just gone and do it. Now, the reason I'm tying this back in is because it's very similar with this situation here. I'm finding it a little bit easier, but you're doing it. Okay, but you're doing it and you're trickling in the right direction. And when you're trickling in the right direction, they must be doing something, otherwise the results wouldn't be trickling in the right direction. As it becomes easier and easier and easier, you become more confident and comfortable doing a little bit more and more and more, but then it's your choice rather than my choice. And I think that's such a big thing here. So you decide when to step it up sometimes. Of course, if you're not happy with your results, that's a different conversation completely. But what we're getting at here is if she goes a bit harder in it, she's not enjoying it as much, she's resenting it. And then my question is, what's the rush? Morning, Fran. Actually, you're getting the results you want. If you carry on going from here 6-12 months from now, you've reversed all of the stuff from the last 2, 3, 4 years, which in the grand scheme of things isn't long. So my point in here is if you do get like that, just don't feel you have to rush and suffer and do more. Of course, you're going to have to make some compromises. But sometimes we move past, we go from A to D, and we haven't even exhausted A, B, C. And these habits might have been a bit more comfortable with our lifestyle. We could keep it up more consistently, then get results through our consistency rather than going all or nothing. But then we got to D faster, but now we're exhausted, tired, and we're not enjoying it anymore. And that's a big, big thing. Because if you're not enjoying it, your energy is going to be a bit lower. When your energy is lower, your perception of anything is hard. Everything just seems harder when your energy is lower. And I'm going to go off on a tangent here because this isn't perfect, but this is a bit like the conversation of sometimes taking 6 steps backwards to go 2 forward with our relationship with food, with our relationship with dieting, with our relationship with exercise, whether we feel quite intimidated to exercise in an environment, with other people, whether we don't feel we'll do it from home, whatever these things, sometimes we do have to take a step back and then take a step forward again, because maybe we're just thinking what we've tried before didn't work, so anything we do in the future won't work either. And it's rational, and it seems rational, if it didn't work before, it won't work again, but we put everything in the same box. Yeah, we were probably in a rush when we started because we had this all or nothing mindset. We were told to give up this, and this, and this, and this, and this. When actually we could have just maybe focused on this, the low-hanging fruit. What happens if you just exercise today and just treat, we talk about the 3 legs of the stool. Where's the book? There it is. So we talk about this a lot, like the 3 legs of the stool. And I say, you've got to find your habit first. Which area could you get the most improvement from today? Then focus on there first. Don't worry about the others. If food's the biggest thing that you could improve today, focus there first. If it's mindset, if it's self-care, focus on there first. If it's the fitness level, if you exercise and you feel better, you have more energy, you're better to be around, you start to feel more confident, you have more energy, you're then less breathless on walks, you then like to socialise more. I could go on. Playing with the grandkids, whatever it is, whatever's important to you, focus on that one thing first. It will have that biggest impact, biggest difference, and keep relating it to that why. As I said, I've gone off on a tangent here, and I can't promise that I don't. But I wanted to discuss this topic today because I could go off on many angles on this one because it's really interesting. I think a lot of us put a lot of pressure on ourselves to kind of do it all straight away, me included, and make it really perfect. But actually just getting it done, getting it out there will give you the best feedback, the fastest way. Otherwise, it's a bit like watching Netflix. I can't watch, morning Bronya, I can't really watch Netflix because there's too many programs and no kind of structure to it. I never choose what I want to do, and then I'm thinking, did I choose the right thing? I wonder if it would have been better watching the other one. I should have watched the other one. And my point is then you just spend the time going, was it that one right? Was that one? Rather than, let's just go for this habit. Let's just start today and see what that builds over time. Don't worry about the other decision. Don't worry about the other thing you could have done, which might have been better. Because actually you're going to find out now, what's great is even if you fail, even if you don't do as well as you thought, you're going to find out why, 1, and 2, that thing, that specific way of doing it maybe didn't quite work for you right now. That doesn't mean it won't work forever. But right now it didn't work, and you'll know why. Maybe because of time commitments, maybe because of lifestyle preferences, maybe it just wasn't for you, maybe whatever reason it is, it could be psychological, physiological. So, I hope that helps. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I may have to a little bit more preparing for tomorrow, as we are open for outside sessions, Marlborough devices with our classes. Then we have workout of the day, open gym style sessions inside, where you come in, work at your own pace from tomorrow, Marlborough devices. So I hope you have a lovely Sunday, and I will see you soon. Take care.